to Christina. Welcome to Shai Hills Resort, which was once a thriving destination, but has lost its allure over time. Our mission here is to restore its splendor and make the place memorable for every visitor. Thank you.
Welcome to Shai Hills Resource Reserve, a hidden gem where nature, history and wildlife converge. Covering over 47 kilometers, Shai Hills is a protected area of savanna woodland, home to diverse species of mammals, reptiles and over 150 bird species.
So Shai Hills Resource Reserve is one of the protected areas we have in Ghana, managed by the Wildlife Division of the Forestry Commission. The Wildlife Division is in charge of all the wildlife estate of Ghana, which means all resource reserves, all game production reserves, all street nature reserves, as well as all national parks within the country. Now, Shai Hills has a total land area of 51 square kilometers, which is about 5,100 hectares and a little over 12,000 acres. So it's a large piece of land with a vegetation, two distinct vegetation types, which is the dry evergreen forest and then the coastal savanna vegetation. So the dry evergreen forest is mostly the areas around the hills with smaller trees in the form of a thicket. And then we have the coastal savanna, which is more like the savannas we have in the north. Yes. Now, when you visit Shai Hills Resource Reserve, you get the opportunity to have an experience of ecotourism with a touch of historical, cultural and heritage tourism. Now, ecotourism, you get the opportunity to enjoy a beautiful natural landscape, and then you also get a chance to see some beautiful plants and very beautiful animals. That's the flora and the fauna that we have within the reserve.
But Shai Hills is not just about wildlife, it has a rich cultural history. The hills are named after the Shai people who once inhabited these lands. The caves served as homes, sacred spaces and fortresses.
The reserve used to be the home of the Shai people, the Dangbe Se people, as they were known before their name got corrupted to Shai by the British people, who ended up sacking them from here. Firstly, because of their refusal to pay the poll tax. Secondly, because of the fact that they were accused of attacking those that used to pass through this reserve, what is now the reserve, to do barter trade on the coast. And again, because of their involvement in a lot of wars during that era. They were sacked from here in 1892, and they ended up settling in the plains, that is the flat areas on the other side of the reserve. And so they are living in communities like Doyumu, Kodiabe, Agomeda, Manyajopanya, and then Dodowa. Each year in August and in September, they visit their ancestral homes within the reserve to pay homage to their ancestors and also get the chance to perform some rites to their ancestors.
So Shai Hills has some unique features and activities like the diverse wildlife, the vegetations, the hills, and then you can also climb the various rocks here, and then you tend to enjoy beautiful views up the hill.
So where we are currently is the Mogo Hill. Now, the Mogo Hill used to be a place where the Shai people, who were the previous occupants of this reserve, will bring their young ladies, usually between the ages of 18 to about 21, and then keep them here for 6 months, and then take them through various forms of grooming and various forms of training to prepare them to transition from being girls into women. Now, the rite of passage was known as Dipo, and it's something the Shai people and the Krobo people still practice in their various communities. So these grinding areas were places that the Shai people would grind. These days we have blenders in our homes, and so if we want to prepare food, it's very easy for us to just put our stuff in the blender and then use. At that time they didn't have the blenders, and so you would have to grind on a grinding stone in your community. So when they brought the girls here for the training, they also created grinding areas here where they would teach them how to grind for making food, and then how to grind for making medicine, and a whole lot of other things that they would need to grind to do. And basically, that's what they were doing here to train the ladies to help them transition from being girls to women. On our descent, we passed through the cave they used to sleep in. And even on a hot afternoon, that cave is very cool. Once you enter it, you enjoy a very serene environment in and around the cave. This cave over here is where the young ladies that were brought up here for training would sleep. So in the night, they would come into the cave and then sleep in there. And then during the day, they would use the cave as a form of a recreational center.
Let's talk about Shai Hills declining. We have a few things that makes the site decline. For instance, inadequate infrastructure, poor roads condition, and then inadequate social amenities for visitors.
Despite its beauty, Shai Hills faces many challenges, from climate change to urban expansion. But there is hope. Through collaboration, education, and sustainable practices, we can protect this treasure for future generations.
As some revival plans, Shai Hills Reserve has to improve on their social media engagement to help target a larger audience.
To also build up on what my colleagues said, I'll be here to talk about some of the revival plans for the Shai Hills Resort. And then one of them will be using expert tourist guide in order to educate people to know more about the place. And also another point or another thing I would like to talk about is when they build on their customer service delivery, when they have good and then proper customer service delivery, it makes everything like easy and very understandable.
Let's bring Shai Hills back to life together, and together we can make it a thriving destination once again. Thank you.
Join us in rediscovering Shai Hills Resource Reserve. Follow us on social media, visit our website, and partake in the incredible journey. Thank you.